Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Jankyard. I am, as always, Hype Man Hype. Do you feel it? Do you feel the hype? Your host, Treatment. We are here again for another Collection of Ashes game, and this time it's going to be a replay file. I haven't been able to keep on top of all the live games with the timing and stuff, so we're going to do a replay, and I'm going to go back to round one. I think there's only 2 games I haven't covered. Actually, there's like 5 games I haven't covered. So let's just do a couple games really quick. So first seed, it's Fred against a real good opponent. Bye. Let's just see the results. Oh, Fred won. Okay, and then we've got EB Fritz against the same opponent. This one was a lot closer, but Fritz managed to squeak it out. And then the other game was myself against Spy. And that one I technically lost, but due to by dropping out after round 1, I made it through. So there you have it. There's 3 games. I'm bringing you all of the collection. We're not skipping anything here. But for real, oh man, it's late hour. It's getting silly time. I wanted to cover a game that I was very excited to watch, but I wasn't able to because I think the lists are very cool. It's going to be Brancus versus Inquisitor, and this is a Herald versus Jessa match. It's sort of a very, I don't know, not typical, very aggressive, old school board style Jessa with the light swordsman package, and then a Tusk Mount Herald, which I'm very excited to see. And Vice Artifice deck was crazy, yeah. And so we're going to go through the replay file. So let me pop over, and I've already got it loaded. I'm doing compact mode again, just so that we sort of keep the hands secret, because otherwise, like, what's the point, right? I think this is really the only way I can do it. So we're gonna take a look, and the nice thing is that I can just sort of skip through a lot of the junk. I'm still gonna make sure I have the lists up. So just as a recap for any of our non-visual listeners, we've got Inquisitor on his favorite homie Herald. He's running 6 time dice, 2 nature, and 2 ceremonial with a board of Cinder Spirit, Tusk Mount, and Wishing Wing. At least that's what's in the deck. And then a ton of allies, yada yada. And then we've got Brancus on his favored Burn Queen, the Voodoo Queen herself, Jessa, and he is running a 4 ceremonial, 4 divine, 2 sympathy. He's got a Chant of Revenge, Lightbringer, and Sally. I am curious to see whether he plays at either of the Lightbringer and Sally. I mean, he knows that he's going to be facing Tusk Mount, so he might have it there, like, at the Sally just for fear fodder. But I don't know if he'll be playing Lightbringer. Chant of Revenge makes sense, just sort of goes into the plan. And then he's got a lot of pressure with, the Swordsman package. So without further ado, let's skip through the turns. So we're going to go right off the bat. Let's just get the books down. So he is playing, Brancus is playing Salamander and Lightbringer. Oh, I'll also make sure I have the chat if anyone other than Fritz joins in. I am curious to see what happens when Artifice and Astral come along. But we're not there yet. We got to get the collection through. And hopefully we'll do something for Jank this year as well. We've got the Cinder Spirit and Wishing Wing coming down, and then a typical Ritualist into Chant of Revenge. Now, one thing, just as a quick note, I think I made it before. If you were playing Ritualist, you want to really try and make sure that you meditate first, because Ritualist, or any card really that can tutor out of the discard pile, is something that you want to leverage, right? You don't want to discard unnecessarily. Who knows? It could be one of your chants on the top of the deck, in which case it's effectively a free meditation. But in this case, his hand's looking pretty good for basically any combination of his things. He's rolled no basics. Inquisitor, on the other hand, has rolled 6 basics. That's going to be a little bit rough no matter what he wants to run. So here we go. We're going to skip through, and Old Salt right off the bat, boom, ping, giving him his chant of Brancus the chant of revenge token, and he's just gonna do it. He's gonna burn and drop a Sally, wasting no time on that plan. Wishing Wing is gonna come down on just one token. It's just a simple draw, and just like that, Sally swings and Sally hits. So dead. Inquisitor gets a card. He's up to 3 in hand. We've got 2 more in hand for Brancus, and now the Tusk Mount comes down. So just looking at the Tusk Mount, that's 4 dice plus an ally. We have to assume that one of the cards in hand is an ally, and it could be a lot of things. So that's 4 dice, 5 dice if it's a 1 dice ally, and then 6, 7 for the Cinder Spirit would be all the dice remaining. So we have to assume that it is probably Raptor Herder. It could be Swifty, Vermilion, or Fire Archer, but he hasn't meditated those up, so not sure. But I would say that Raptor Herder is a pretty safe bet. On Brancus' side, we could assume Light Swordsman or Sonic. But let's keep going. Let's push through. The beauty of not waiting. All right, Fritz, you're spoiling it. You're saying it's crazy? I didn't get to see it. Okay, Glory comes down. We're going to see a Light Swordsman here. That's what moved it to hand. And then the Cinder Spirit main action, it's a Butte. I don't know. This is just my feeling. But sometimes with Herald, because you have your Mark Prey side actions, and Tusk Mount is also side action that you might want to drop and swing and guarantee that it gets a kill. I don't know if that's the right sequencing. You might want to Mark and Cinder on the same turn so that you're not giving it up and that you guarantee you're going to mark what you want. That's just my opinion. But yeah. So Carl, hey, what's up, man? That's just my feeling. But there you go. So Light Swordsman is going to kill the Old Salt for free value, not going to take a guard. And was that a scream? That had to have been a scream, right? Another damage on Herald. Inquisitor is very precious with his guards. It really feels bad, in my opinion, to lose an Old Salt like that. But you also have to know that if you're facing Lightbringer Sonic, that's also going to be bad. So what is he going to have? He also wants to protect whatever ally he puts down for his Tusk Mount. That's probably more important than anything else. So it is the Raptor Herder, and then a Cinder Spirit is going to come down as well. Sad Cinder Spirit, though, with no token. Lightbringer comes down, and we're going to see... Oh, can I step through this a little slower? I forget how to do this. That's turn forward. Oh, step forward. Okay, yeah. I can do step forwards. So we're going to see him meditate up a frog die and... Ooh, interesting. Ceremonial. I can now put these discard piles. Now that we've got some cards there, this should be good for you guys. Let me know. Okay, so Glory's going to swing into the exhausted hatchling. Got no value out of that. He's not going to guard it. Boom, that's dead. And then Cinder Spirit is going to counter swing at the Lightbringer, trade up. And still no more screams. And this Salamander Monk is not going to be able to do anything because it's the Eroded Monk. And now you got to wonder what this Tusk Mount is going to swing at, if anything. He's going to play it. Oh, let's go back there. Okay. That feels bad. He swings the Cinder Spirit and then drops the Tusk Mount. And immediately, fear comes down. That's rough. I guess the 2 dice remaining were for Ceremonial Recur the Light Swordsman, for instance, if he had that. Or he could now Divine Buff and Recur, or it could just be a Scream. Oh, that's not good. All right. Well, let's move on. That's a rough play. Hunter's Mark. Going to go down on the Light Swordsman, but he's got nothing to do with it. I understand. You want to mark something because you might as well. But Eh. All right. Brancus is going to ceremonial recur, and he's going to play the glory so that he has light swordsman in hand for next turn. Then it's going to be pass, pass, pass. Oh no, sorry. Glory is going to be able. Is he just going to swing? Yeah, he's going to swing, and it's going to guard. Yeah, makes sense. That's fine. He is going to keep the Cinder Spirit into next round. But he's got to worry now about that Lightbringer. So here we go. Inquisitor, top of round, drops another one. Raptor Herder, that is. And so now that Lightbringer play is not necessarily as juicy. What is Brancus going to do? He's just going to swing at the Raptor Herder and Herald Guards. Interesting. That's an interesting guard. Turn 1, taking 2 damage to the face on something that you've marked that was only attacking. I guess what that means, really, is that he has no other allies in hand. Either no allies or no good allies in hand, which is unfortunate. But he could recur a Fire Archer and then play, or he's got something like he's got his Old Salts and his Crypt Guardians and he doesn't want to mount those. I still am not too fond of that play, but I don't know what they have in hand. So Tusk Mount's going to come down. Side action this time. If it's another fear, that's like GG, isn't it? He's going to swing, guaranteed kill the Light Swordsman because it is now marked. And he's going to get those rubbles. Boom, boom. What's in the bin? It's a Meteor and a Sympathy Pain. Hey, yo, Fredo. Yeah, we're doing replays here. So how many, so Jessa is running 3 Final Cries, 3 Widows, and 3 Sympathy Pains. So 2 of those pains are in the bin. All right, there we go. So yeah, there you go. You're getting some value. It's dead. You're now up on an elephant that has no damage on it. That's not too bad. Not too shabby. And Brancus is going to burn. He's just going to burn away. Oh my God, playing the Meteor. What the heck? Oh, guys. Yeah, I'm going in blind. Well, I mean, like, blind in terms of I know what the deck list. I'm playing it as if I'm watching this live. So, yeah, I have no idea. Well, I mean, in theory, I have an idea of who won because I've since commentated other matches. But, yeah, I have no idea what's going on in this game. Oh, boy, that was a spicy meatball. All right, Wishing Wing comes down. Inquisitor is now 3 dice to Brancus's 7. And all he's got is a Cinder Spirit that he could summon and, I don't know, Fire Archer or something. That's rough. That is rough. All right. So, Salamander's going to come down. That's cheap. Inquisitor's just basically going to pass out most of this round. He's going to lose the Tusk Mount. I mean, he can replay the Herder. So, that's something. Right? You get that back. Chant of Revenge keeps ticking away. Inquisitor passes again. Now we see the Sonic. All right. And Brancus is looking pretty happy with that. It's going to get marked, but there's no Old Salt coming down for a ping. Actually, how many Old Salts does he have? Oh, he's only got the 1. Oh, no. All right. Well, Hammer Knight then? Does he have a Hammer Knight? Lightbringer coming in. Swinging hot. Main side act. Oh, he did main action before. Yeah, with the okay. Yeah. Oh no. He didn't. He had to rewind that back. Okay. Yeah. I'm not crazy, guys. They're crazy. All right. So that's just a simple swing and oh my God. All right. This is just GG, right? Like, this is over. This is swinging for 7 and then top of round dead. Oh, it is a Hammer Knight. But the marked unit's gone. He's still got guard. That's not good. All right. Oh yeah, you can't. No. What? Now Brancus can intercept the unit while trying to attack the hunter. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is dead and it kills off a widow, but still. Oh my god, this feels like a blowout. Honestly, he's not gonna be worried at all about this. Well, yeah, he goes to face because why wouldn't you? You're on a burn plan. Jessa under 5 life, especially if you're at full life, is basically a guaranteed win unless your opponent is already way ahead on board. Uh, I think that was the right play for Brancus. I don't know what honestly Asterix can do there. That's just you're playing into widows, you're playing into screams, you're playing into all this stuff. That's just rough. Brancus first fives fear too rarely. Yeah, I don't know. I think he plays it like he I don't know. I played Brancus a lot and he judges it pretty well. Lightbringer comes down. He can tank this to face. Oh, what Cinders are gonna come down? Okay, that makes sense. And then, oh my god, sympathy pain. Oh no, and that's game. That's oh god, guys. Oh, whoa. Well, okay. Damn. I mean, that was rough. That. Oh, come on, ad blocker. Yeah, I know. All right, that was rough. Um, that was so fast. That was that was yeah, unfortunate. I don't know what Inquisitor honestly could have done. It feels bad playing Tusk Mount into the potential for fear. I wonder if like I think his misplay was putting Tusk Mount down as a side action after a different main to even open up that possibility. He got 0 value out of those 5 dice. Um, and it's super risky against somebody like Jessa. I think if he had played lower to the board, even with the idea of like ceremonial recursion, did he have Wrath or anything else? Nature's Wrath, yeah. Playing like Swifty or Vermilion Sage, I don't know, something. Because playing Knights is always rough. You do want to have it. I think even playing just a regular Knight, playing Spearmaster or Hammer Knight instead of Tusk Mount probably would have been better. You're still gonna go on down on dice. You're gonna if Brancus plays Fear, you gotta take that gamble. But you're only down 2 dice, and hopefully you can get value out of it instead, or beforehand. Playing that Tusk Mount is also, I think, something where you want to pass earlier and then have ping sources or be able to clear up the board so that you can swing onto the one and only thing later. So I think it was just the sequencing of round 1 was not ideal. But yeah, Brancus burns fast. It'll get you. That was a good game. I didn't realize how fast this game would be. Are you guys... I mean, that was fast. I'm down for another one. I got to cover a bunch of these. So, did Underrug versus Redentor. Now I've done Brancus versus Inquisitor. Did Carl versus Asterix. I did the 3 buys. I did H-Master versus Bowers. So, Shadowfire versus Mitch. I guess that's going to be up next. I'm going to, just for the sake of like people watching and in the future, I'm going to shut this stream down, create a new one with the new name for the match so that it's just like 1 match per stream, and then we're good. All right. So if you guys want to catch me, I'll be there in a couple minutes once I get it all set up, once I download the game. If you're not janky, you're stanky, frog up, wolf down. Yeah, I know, Fred, but I like to talk. So, whatever. I'm just going to go through it all. That way it's all in one playlist. Boom, done. Besides, then you get my thoughts, my crazy thoughts. Ciao.